Alistair Mant uh, has written a book called Intelligent Leadership, which has been a, a very important book over my career, and it's a very interesting uh, visual that we have in front of us, which Alistair Mant pushed. He was in government and advising uh, leadership in Australia. So his visual is very interesting. So if you look at this uh, capability of competence of a leader and intelligence. So right at the top, we can see intellectual firepower. So there has to be so what is this intellectual firepower? There has to be an ability, an innate ability to be able to do this. So he uses this word intellectual firepower, which is very interesting. There's an innate ability in the person. On the right side at the top, we can see that. And knowledge can be acquired. If you don't have the knowledge, it can be, it's learnable. What is potential of the person to learn, self-learning, or using other ways to get improve upon the learnability factor. So there's a learnability factor, there's a knowledge factor, there's a skills factor. So there's a skills and motivation. So there is a certain level of skills that have to be acquired to achieve certain objectives, and then there is the motivation to do so. Uh, I'm also a firm believer there's no such thing as motivation. It's a stimulus. So if there is a stimulus for a particular day-to-day, week on week, month on month need, as there's a need, motivation occurs. Motivation by itself it does not exist, is a personal belief. But if there's stimuli towards um, there's a problem, there is a need, there's a trigger, then the motivation happens. The flip side of all this is the psychological damage. So, for a variety of reasons, people do not do the right things. We've looked at the behavioral aspects of people about being selfish or cooperative, being a victim, assertiveness, non assertiveness. There could be a whole, without getting into too much details, a whole lifetime of something having worked, something not having worked. There are biases, enormous number of biases which can be there in a person, and some of it can be negative and it can be psychological. So, looking at it at the red, the negativeness is also important in decision making. A lot of values, a lot of whistleblower uh, rules and laws and regulation is required primarily because of a lot of this. Now, also very important is what is the primary task and role of the leader. So, what has the leader been assigned? A state governor or a senator or a prime minister or a minister of a cabinet post or the CEO of a company, CTO. So there is a primary task to be achieved because of the role. So that's also important because all of this is aligned to that particular point in time and what the primary task and role of this person is. So all this is interconnected and everything works together uh, to be able to say that there is intelligent leadership that's taking place with a person, and that person is moving forward in terms of leadership.